Oh, hello everybody. Welcome back. This video is going to be the March color with me, color and chat video, whatever these are, whatever they've turned out to be. So if you feel like doing some pencil coloring with me, or you don't have to use pencils, grab a snack and a cup of tea or a beverage and let's get coloring. You can see I'm using my Faber-Pastel Polychromos. It's been a while since I've done some pencil work and I really feel like doing some fiddly pencil work today. And the March book I have chosen is The Frog's Tale by R.J. Hampson. I have not coloured in a R.J. Hampson book. I've only got two or three of his books. It's this one. I think I've got a dragon one, and I can't remember if I've got another one of his, but I feel like doing some serious froggy work today. But first, before we begin that, and you can totally skip this bit, and I will leave a little thing so you can get straight to the colouring bit, is I just want to show you guys the progress I've made in this book. So I normally don't film completed coloured pages of my colouring books like people do monthly completed coloured pages. I watch all those videos because I love seeing what people have coloured. It gives me like inspiration and they're just so much fun to watch. They're like cozy YouTube videos to watch. But I have made a little bit of progress in this book, and it is a coloriage mystères. You know those Hatchet Hero books they've got a ton of Disney books and they've got a few Looney Tunes books. And I've probably completed about 8 pages in this book, so I just want to show you my completed pages. Now these are colour by number, so you do have a bit of guidance when you colour, but I love these books because you just can zone out and you don't really have to think about what you do. You do think about what you're doing, but you don't think about what you're doing. And I've just bought some new acrylic markers, and acrylic markers just work best in this book. And they are just turning out so good. I'm loving, like, I think I've found my groove with these Hatchet Hero books, and I'm having so much fun in these. I have filmed a few of them on my TikTok. That's another thing I'm doing with this book. Not all the pages, but some pages I do like a quick little, 10-minute, well, it's not quick, but TikTok, it only gives you, the maximum you can do is 10 minutes. But I never go over the 10 minutes. Like, they're always 10 minutes or like 6-minute TikToks, I guess, of me just going through the process of colouring in these pages, and it's been a lot of fun. So it's kind of like cozy colouring, but on TikTok. Done this one. But yeah, even though they are colour by number, I am loving how this turned out, and I've just filmed this one on TikTok, and this one was a lot of fun. I mean, I love Looney Tunes so much. And that was number 8, so the next one I'm going to do is 9 and 10. I'm kind of colouring this book in order. And how many is there actually? How many have I got to go? Okay, so there's 100. Okay, I've got a long way to go, but I'm not rushing this. I'm not trying to race and finish it. When I film these TikToks, I just film them when I'm inspired to do some colouring, or if I just want to zone out, not really think about what I have to colour, then these books are perfect. Like I've said, once you have picked your colours, this is probably the trickiest bit, so I'll just show you on this page. Once you have picked all your colours, you're good to go. But otherwise, it does take a little bit of time finding the colors, but that's why I love my new acrylic marker set that I splurged and purchased, because there's a lot of colors. Yeah, so I thought I'd just show you the little progress I've made with this book, and if you want to see more of it, it's on my TikTok, which I've linked below. Okay, now it's time for the actual monthly color along. And the page I have chosen is this froggy guy. Well, I think it's the same frog in the book. And it's called Morning Tea. And what I want to do is, because it is autumn here, finally, it's autumn here in Australia. It's my favourite season. I want to make this, you know, those beautiful autumn colours. So oranges and browns and mustards and terracottas, and use all those colours. So that's why I picked the Polychromos, because I want as many colours as possible. And there's 120 colours, so there's bound to be a few in there. Yeah, so even though there's all these, you know, colourful flowers, even though there's all these flowers, there's going to be a kind of colour pattern here. I will pick my colours. You know, I'm just going to grab all the colours out. All the browns and the golds and the... I'll just grab them all out here. That's a metallic. I don't know if I'm going to use the metallic ones. That one... Okay, like the browns. I might grab a black for some shading. There's another brown. Brown, brown, brown. All the browns. And there's this one underneath. So you've got the yellows and the oranges. We'll just grab them out. I found this ceramic gravy jug. So let's just pop all the pretzels in there. Oh, that actually looks so pretty. How, I don't know, just those colours and this, the pattern on this, that actually, I'd quite happily have that sitting on my desk. Okay, actually, I'm going to add another colour. I want the froggy man to be a traditional green frog. So I'm going to grab a few greens for him, and we'll start with him. That's the only pop of colour that I want. I've grabbed a few greens for him. Put them in there. Okay. I've got these 4 colours here because I want him to be a green and yellow frog. Just going to start here. Now with frogs, they're quite uneven with their skin tone. Like they're a bit blotchy, so that's what I'm going to try and achieve today. I don't know how to work out though. Now, if you don't know, Polychromos just blend so beautifully. Like you can't really go wrong when you use these. And because I actually have a bit of time today, I can actually sit down with you guys and do some pencil work. and just, you know, zone out for the month of March. We'll zone out as much as we can. Now I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm kind of just blobbing along. It needs a sharpen. Darkness there to shade it in. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that. That's the kookaburras going again. They're so cute. We live near a reserve, like the creek. And every now and then you will hear the kookaburras. And it's quite refreshing. Because, yeah, I live close to the city. But hearing the kookaburras just brings that balance of nature and living close to the city. I haven't really coloured in many frogs, so I'll be honest, I don't really know what I'm doing here. But that's cool, we will work it out together. Frogs are really cute. I wish I knew some fun fact about frogs. Probably should have researched that before this video. Because frogs are so, like, they're just so fascinating. For the next part, I'm just going to do the wreath, and that is going to be dark brown, and I might shade a few areas with the black. I think his green will give the page a nice pop, especially with all those oranges and browns. Now, what I didn't mention with this book at the beginning is you actually get two of the same pictures. So you get, so you get the front bit of pictures, and then look, you get the exact same one, which is nice. I do like it when books do that. Alright, so what I might do is I might just do the ring, the wreath, and all the vines that are coming off it, and then we'll be back. For the leaves, I have picked, there's going to be two shades. One is to, like a brown shade, just to kind of shade and give the leaves a bit of depth and dimension. And then the other colour is terracotta. Now, I will say this. I get excited when I see a terracotta colour. It is one of my favourite colours in any colour range. So like in the Polychromos there's a terracotta. I'm pretty sure there might be a similar colour in the Prismacolors. I don't know what it is about that orange colour, but it just makes me so happy. I love terracotta coloured clothes. Sorry, let me zoom in a bit. I don't know what it is. It's just one of those colours that make me happy. And it is a perfect colour for autumn as well. But look at that. It's just so beautiful, this terracotta color. Because it's like it's orange, but it's not a too bright orange. It's lovely. So I just want all the leaves to be that terracotta color. So what I do is I just lay the base color down first. And then get my brown and just shade just the end of the leaves here where the vine meets the leaf. And we just bring it out like that. And we do that. Okay. And then just go back and forth. It does take a bit of finessing with colour pencil. That's why you do have to have a little bit of patience when if you really want to work on your shading. And you know, my shading is nothing spectacular. Like it's very basic shading, but you know, I have found my groove with when I use colour pencils. Everyone has different ways of using it and techniques, and you know, everyone's got different, how can I put this, like they've got different visual or mental capacity when they're using colour pencils, if that makes sense. Like everyone's got different visions in how they see things. I hope that makes sense. In my brain it makes sense. I'm not pressing too hard. Let me just do that again. I should have put the base down first. Oops. But I thought, you know, using the autumn colours on this page would be a nice way to welcome autumn time here in Australia. Autumn and winter, I think I say this every year on my channel. I'm sorry, I just love those seasons. My favourite time of year, autumn and winter. I'm just going to do all the leaves on the page in the terracotta, and I'll check back in with you guys. It'll take me a while to do all the leaves. Here is what we are looking like so far, and oh my, I love that terracotta and the brown so much. It was very peaceful and calming colouring the leaves. For this little house here, I've got 3 colours. I have raw umber, nougat, and what's this yellow? Cream. So we are going to have a play with these 3 colours, as well as my shading colour of black. The more I colour this page, the more elements I am finding. Like there's all these strawberries and mushrooms that keep popping out. All I'm doing is just putting down a base colour, and then I'll go over it with the other colours. Chimney can be yellow. Oops. And I'm going to get my shading colour and just shade all these like little bits here. Try and make it look semi-dimensional. And I'm just following the lines of the wood right down. This bit, actually that little bit in there can be black. Sorry, my fat fingers get in the way, you can't see what I'm doing. Then I'm just going to shade under here a little bit more. I'm not pressing hard on the black. And it's just a matter of going back and forth, back and forth. And a lighter colour. Now all the flowers are going to be yellow with shades of gold and brown, and you get the gist of what's happening with this colour theme now. Just need to sharpen that yellow. Okay. It's beautiful sunflower. Let's go. I think they're like dark in the middle, aren't they? You know, let's go. We'll do it. Bit of gold happening there. And just layer it with a bit of dark brown. And then it's back and forth. So you've got one bright colour, one like medium colour, and then one dark colour. That's how I like to work with colour pencils. Ugh, the traffic is horrible. I think I prefer the background noise of the kookaburras. This big trumpet flower. shading too. Flowers are all done, and it is many hours later, as in we are having a colouring session after dinner. I fed the cats, I fed me, I've given the cat her medication, cleaned up, and hopefully I can finish this page tonight. So yep, the flowers are all in yellow there. And the next bit we are going to do is the tiny strawberries here. And we are going to get my bright orange. I did see a bright orange glaze. Like I said, there are so many bits to this page. Hopefully I can just whiz through them all. If not, I can always continue it tomorrow. No stress. These are going to be my golden berries. Now hopefully, because it is later in the evening, the background noise of traffic won't be like as loud. You know, when it's peak time, the traffic is just, it's ridiculous on our street. I mean, I'm not saying that I won't get traffic, because I still will, but hopefully it'll be not as disruptive. And the thing is though, I don't know if you guys can hear it in the background, but I definitely can, and it just gives me the sugars. So I'm kind of ruining the moment here. I didn't like the light gold jacket with the gold shirt, or the mustard shirt, and I wanted a mustard shirt. So I'm just going over the jacket with a dark brown, but I don't actually know. Like, I like the dark brown colour, but, you know, because of me and my decisions, I would have preferred it like a solid brown colour. But that's okay. Can't really change it now. Yeah. Anyway, doesn't matter. dirty slug. He's a snail, really. Did anyone else, when they were little, go into the garden and pick up snails and poke their eyes? I realise now that was a mean thing to do. But, you know, when you're a kid, you like to explore things and, I don't know, just pick up bugs. And now you would not see me near any bug. I hate them. Hate bugs. Yuck. Now, this birdie, why don't we go try this one? I'm still not very good at colouring in animals, so I just kind of wing it, and I don't know, I'll just see whatever happens, happens. I still haven't found my groove when it comes to colouring in animals. And everyone else just seems to do it so nicely and it looks so good. And with my animals, they always like come out blotchy. That's okay. I'll get there one day. This butterfly is going to be the same colour. Oh, very tight spaces with this butterfly. That's a really lovely apricot orange there. Our little bumblebee friend. He's a bumblebee, right? Well, he is now. This is how we are looking so far, and actually I think we are close to finishing. All I want to do is, I've still got this little mouse guy down here, and then I want to maybe colour in this ground path bit, and then do a bit of background in this circle part, and then we should be finished. So I'm just going to do all of that because I don't know what colours I'm going to do all those elements, and I will check in with you guys once it's finished. All right, checking in for the final time in this video because I'm going to call this page complete. All I did was just fill in the spaces here. As you can see, I did like a gold rim in the for the center part of the page and just colored in my little mouse friend down there. Hello Autumn. I absolutely love these colors, and in my brain these are autumn colors and autumn vibes, apart from the frog. I know he's like a bright green, but I couldn't help it. I needed to keep him, you know, a bright green tree frog. And I thought I was going to run out of colors, even though, look, I know it looks like I've got a whole lot of color selections. Because there were so many little elements to the page, I thought I was going to run out of colors. But I find that by using like a selected or themed color tone, it provides a nice cohesive flow to the page for this autumn themed page. Well, it's actually, I don't know if I showed you, this is actually called Morning Tea, but I've decided to make it an autumn morning tea page. And honestly, you can't really go wrong with the Polychromos. They are just so delicious and easy to work with. Blending is a treat with these guys, and everything just works out so smoothly. So I actually like how this page turned out, and hopefully I can use these colors again because they are just like wholesome, warm. I don't know, I just love autumn time, so I wanted to try and capture that on this page. Va bene, andiamo. I'm going to go now. Thank you so much for joining me in this March 2026 Color With Me, and thank you for spending the time with me. I will see you guys very soon. Ciao, ciao.